they feel the power go through or course through their bodies, and they bring that onto the world. Like, didn't you yesterday leave here with a wound in your leg, sir?
I did.
Yes, and
And
didn't
I'm
you come
joined
back?
by some amazing medics.
Yes, who happened to be in the priesthood, I'm presuming, who would have got their powers from the godly men. Or, sorry, the godly men? They are godly men. They would have got their powers from one of the gods, most likely, especially with this island, Karametra. So that's how they determine their power. I determine mine by how much bountiful food I get to bring to my lovely patrons such as yourselves.
So the short and the long of what you're saying is, around dinner time, the forest will be overrun by like all of you islanders. So if any business is to happen in the forest, it has to happen before dinner time, I presume.
Well, most people have their spots camped out. They have it marked off, branched off. Have you? If you're going in by yourselves,
so you feast in the forest too, or
some groups do. Some groups do. So like if you go with and I know I gave a name to the gnome a few weeks ago. So let's see if I find that really quickly. I just have Karen written down. If you go talk to Lucas, he might find another group of people. Lucas is one of the organizers of different groups and parties within the forest. He is found in the artisan quarter, or not the artisan quarter. Sorry. I'm just so excited for this whole day. The happiness coming from people, the joy of spring, and the world that we're going to have in the next year. It's going to be amazing. Sorry. Lucas is found in Noble's quarter. If you're looking for a group of people, that's who I would go, and he can see if there's any spaces. But this late in the at time, it can be very hard to find a group that has space left. And most
but
of them are booked
surely
in
no
months in
one would
advance.
be in the forest around noon due to the parade. So
no, not at noon. No. Sorry, I thought you meant in the evening. Sorry, I misunderstood.
well, yeah, around noon it is then, and I empty my shot glass, I guess. If
Yeah,
that
you
is
were
what
given
you
a shot and
provided
a
me.
drink. He gave you one of
Yeah,
both, and,
so
and a massive
I
plate of
empty
food just for you.
I leave the food because I don't really trust him. But I at least empty the drink and the shot.
You trust him enough to drink his alcohol, which is probably easier to poison. But you
I'm a
don't
dwarf.
trust him
Come
enough
on,
to eat
what do
the
you
food.
expect from me?
He has poison resistance. He
He does as well.
It actually does.
Yeah. So do either of the gnome or the gnome or Adran, sorry, eat the food? There's loads of it.
What is it?
I'm quite hungry.
Well,
It's
it's
like eggs and bacon.
yeah,
and stuff.
eggs, bacon. It's a full Irish. Eggs, bacon, tomatoes. I didn't say tomatoes earlier, but eggs, bacon, tomatoes,
Black
sausages, black pudding, white puddings,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
beans.
Baked beans, bacon.
But you're a vegetarian,
I know.
so yeah,
Like
Adran.
vegan sausages.
No, of course not.
Good
Adran,
luck making
you eat it.
vegan black sausage.
It
black
is-
pudding.
Is it vegan black pudding?
Corn dog. Paint.
It is absolutely amazing breakfast. It's probably one of the nicest breakfasts you've ever had. This nothing for something that should be so greasy, it is not greasy. Also, lads, the bar is pretty busy right now. It's like normally it's this it's like at this, especially at this time of day, it's got like 2 or 3 people in it. It kind of builds up in the next hour or so, but it is quite busy right now. Everyone is like everyone just seems like excited about what's going to happen, and like for a day that's going to take so long, it doesn't get dark till like 8 or 9 o'clock, and they're just going to start, and people are already drinking. Like they're well on it. It's going to be a long ass day for some of these people, but yeah, that's what it is.
I think we should move out and go find the location in the forest. We should go and claim our spot for the festival, if you know what I mean.
Oh, we want good seats.
I would say I agree and give out a little burp after the drink and then head out the door, hoping to get away from the festival a bit earlier or sooner rather than later, due to the music.
It's a new day. I need to roll my divination powers.
Yes.
What numbers I get to play with.
Yes, and then you can message them to me on Discord, but it's not important. For the rest, for now,
I'll make them public. Why not?
Can you all roll me also a survival check or nature check to see if you can find the location in the forest from 2 days ago?
A
Sure.
nature check, you say?
And why is all the cameras frozen? Because for some reason, Discord has decided it doesn't exist. Good old Discord.
If the cameras are frozen, I rolled 26.
No, I can see 2 12s.
That's a 15.
I rolled
Thank you very
24.
much.
That's 15. But plus what?
Plus 3, so that's an 18.
18 from Ebruth. Uh,
What skills am I allowed to use on this?
nature or survival?
I'm crap at both.
Well, you have your inspiration if you really want to like bump it up.
I do, but I'm not that inspired to find a location.
There's
No,
3 of you,
because
so
from what you think, nothing was wrong when we like entered this place.
that is
So
true.
what we can use, nature or
Survival.
Survival.
That's a 16. Plus 1 is a 17 on
So-
nature.
2 17s.
Oh, it's an intelligence modifier. Hang on
No,
a
I
minute.
got 18.
19.
19. Ooh, nice.
we just rolled 1 dice, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I got 20.
Natural 20.
Of course he would. He's a forest.
No, I rolled 16
And
plus 4.
nice.
Yeah, dirty 20.
You find the spot. You're all convinced this is the exact location. As you walk up there, it takes up 40-ish minutes, as you know, from history. As you leave the town, obviously it gets quieter and quieter, and you don't hear as much stuff going on. You do see Billy and is it Billy or is it Trevor? Trevor and his family playing out in the garden, singing
So
songs.
also Billy.
Yeah, there is a Billy. But yeah. If you could recognize Billy, I'm gonna have to get the guards involved in this. Anyway, but yeah, you see them, and they're out in their garden and they're playing with the rabbits. Presume you just don't interact with them, or do you choose to? Cool, take that as a no. You walk through the forest. You're kind of remembering, oh, was it left here? Was it right here? And you're convinced that you're in the right spot. But, and I presume Sola hasn't moved screen.
I don't know. Probably not.
No.
I haven't checked. I've been watching your stream instead. But no, I have now.
It looks like the area. I forgot to get your dudes. I'll get your dudes. It looks like the area. It feels
nothing
like the area. Yeah, it doesn't for you guys.
Does it smell like the area?
It smells like the area. You're convinced you're in the right spot. I am going to mark the tree from before. There is one tree that's bigger than all the rest, but it doesn't have the symbols, which if you, with the 20 and 19, you all remember. Once you left the tree, it didn't actually have the symbols in the first place. So you are very convinced this is the right spot. Rectangle, I want it to be Le Brown. And it is this tree here. I'm going to put the mark in the middle. That is the tree. Everything.
I can't see it in brown. Make it more visible.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just do it in pink. That's the gem's color anyway.
Sure. We
Or
change.
pink would be helpful. It would stand out from the background.
Yeah. Where's the fucking drawing thing? Shape, rectangle. Pink. It is this color.
It's like shape, tree.
I wish. So, can you see that? It's up in the north of the map.
Yep.
It is very early. You can have a nap. You can set up a perimeter.
I need to prepare my spells for the day.
You do.
I mean, I seem to remember that you told us we just had to do it before the day ends, so we could just do it now and be over with it, and then like go somewhere else.
You mean avoid the festival completely?
I mean, I'm not saying that that's what I'm trying to do, but yeah.
Okay, as long as you're not saying
I'm
that.
not prepare. I keep forgetting.
You're a wizard level plus your intelligence modifier.
there
Oh,
is
5.
in the
I like 5.
no, you might get 5 spell slots. So if you check, there is a on the wizard page.
I know
there's
how
a
many
template.
spell slots I've got. I just don't know how many spells I can choose from to fill the slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, prepared spells should be wizard level plus intelligence modifier or wisdom. I can't remember, but
It was
feel it's
4.
intelligence.
I know it was 4 at level 1, so it's 5 at level 2 sounds correct. You get more spells to remember than you can use. But
Intelligence modifier plus wizard level, so that means it's 5. So we're going to go with Burning Hands, Fog Cloud, Alarm, my level 2 one.
yeah, can you just chuck that all into Discord just quickly, because that will make it easier for me just to have a look at a glance. But that's cool. The other lads don't need to know what your spells are. That's the other reason we do it this way. You can move it wherever you like. You can try and dig the hole. You can put it in. You can decide what you want to do.
Well, our dear priest or clerics weren't very clear about how exactly to do it, other than we had to plant the seed at the origin on the day. They actually said on the day at sunset, so that's a bit late.
Yeah, but you're also
Then
away
water
from the
with
festival,
nectar of honey and like blood of sacrifice. Nectar of honey, of course, being the purple honeycomb. But they didn't say if we had to dig like a 6 feet hole, or if you should plant it like a normal like seed, or if it had to be exactly at origin, which in that case we need to figure out where the chest would be in the future. Or if we had to do it in the chest for that matter. Glad we kept it though.
So, does this tree have the door that we came through?
No.
No.
I seem to remember it got removed, fade out.
The door was removed.
Yeah, it faded out as soon as you, like a few seconds after, like when you took the chest and opened it, and the massive beam came out. After like a minute or so, the inside was basically like it was breathing, and it started to get like really, really, really fast, and like the ground started shaking a little bit, and then you all just legged it, and then when you got out, it closed up behind you.
Yeah.
And then you just walked off like nothing happened.
Well, of course, nothing happened.
Can I do a weird like detect magic / arcana thing to like find the strongest magical source in the area?
Don't you have detect magic as a spell?
I do, but it's kind of like it's a one-time thing, not like a find magic.
Yeah, but you can do Arcana to see if you can find a rough area. So, by the way, you can control your dudes. You can put them anywhere on this map you like. I just put you at the bottom because you came from the bottom.
But I'm wary of traps or creatures.
Which is something right to do, but I'm just stating that now. So, the wizard, sorry, you do Arcana first, and then describe what you want to detect magic on based on what I tell you / what you do, if that makes sense. So roll Arcana, right. And then say if you move around, do you look for something through your bags? What are you trying to figure out? But so you're going up to the tree looking for a magical point on the tree.
So detect magic. What do I have to roll? I don't think I have to roll.
No,
it's just a spell.
Yeah. So, but you wanted to check for magic first, or do you just want to check the tree for magic?
I'm going to start looking at the tree and go with just cast detect magic.
Cool. Is that a cantrip?
No, it's a first level spell.
Cool. So just mark off that you used one of your spell slots for today.
Yep. Got 2 left.
Sorry, did you roll? Because it froze again. Good old Discord.
I don't know if I need to roll. There's
nothing.
You don't need to roll. Not against anything. It's just cast.
Yeah, that's true. And then I just need to double check what
it is worth mentioning that detect magic can be cast as a ritual, which means it won't spend a spell slot.
Ooh, yeah, good idea. But can we do that one? We have some time.
Well, do you have the supplies for it? Because I presume it needs supplies.
It doesn't take supplies. No. It's VNS.
VS, yeah. He just has to sit still for 10 minutes, or well, not still, but it takes like 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, that would make sense. You can do that.
Give me some time, lads. I'm going to have a sense around and see if I can find the exact spot to plant the seed.
And for the duration, which is the next 10 minutes, he can sense presence of magic within 30 feet of himself.
Yep. So I'm assuming you're going to the base of the tree, yeah?
I'm kind of walking around it, trying to
Mm.
find exactly where. It
Okay,
is blocked by 3 feet of wood, so I kind of have to walk around the tree.
that's cool. I just want to roughly
Or
work
3
out.
feet of dirt, so I'm just kind of walking around the tree, trying to find where exactly the point is. Doing it as a ritual, because you're right, I don't have to expend a spell slot. Aha!
Yep. Sorry, you were doing one up from there. Yeah, you fought. Okay, so there's definitely one spot at the base that's like definitely has a bit more pizzazz about it. Is the way to look at it, but it's not very. Everything is very blunt, but you do notice as you walk around a bit that from sorry, north or it's like southeast-ish, somewhere in this direction. There's something very odd magically wise, like, but it's not like it's like the essence of something that was there, but on this tree, and like kind of beyond. But it's like very faint, and the magical stuff for where to plant it, I'll just mark on the map, but it's not important because you know where it is. There's a part on this tree that's slightly more magical than the others, and it's somewhere like in between some of the roots on the red. We'll mark it red. It's like right here. It's like on the root, there's like a little like between 2 roots, there's like a little hole, and there's like that area just seems a little bit more than the other parts around the tree, but it's all very faint. But like, yous are all convinced this is the tree.
Yeah. Did
But
you say there was a tree here, though? I mean,
There's something magical in that
I'm going
direction.
to go have a look at this tree now.
And do the same thing again.
Yes, we're going to play ring around the treesies and find out what's up with the magic.
What's your Arcana skill?
Ah,
Just
do you want me to roll one or? I don't know
just
if
tell me.
There isn't a passive one.
There should
I'm
be. It should be a
trained
skill.
in it.
Yeah, and it should be plus something.
Well, I don't know. I didn't write it in the box. I'm trained in it with a +3 intelligence. What does that mean? +5?
Yeah, it would be +5. So that'd be +3 would put you at 17 or 18 intelligence.
I mean, Arcana is trained in it, and my intelligence is +3.
Yeah, but what's
so-
your intelligence? What's your flat intelligence?
Oh, 16.
Okay, so that's 16. Yeah, so it's a creature of some kind has left some sort of like a magical creature was in this area possibly the night before.
It's a fairy poo.
Well, the only person who knows about fairies that were
What
in the
kind
forest.
of school of magic is it? Do we have a school of magic?
That
If there is one.
That is a very good question.
It says if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
On the 3 different things that are the 3 different types of, like, basically I found some character sheets for this thing. They don't say, so I presume there's not, but it is small. It was flying. Can actually roll me a nature check, but you do feel like it's
Does it look like
good.
a fairy?
Well, you're the only one who knows about the fairies. You never told the other 2. You never told the other 2 that you thought you heard fairies the night you spent beside the forest. So, can you roll me a nature check, Adran?
A 10 plus a 3, because it's intelligence for nature. Haha, 13.
Why is
nature on intelligence? I thought it was wisdom. It's great that it's on intelligence. I get +3.
so sorry? You got 13.
I did.
It's some
Does
sort
it
of
make
like
any sense to me?
yeah, it's some sort of like flying small
Small flying.
fey, pixie, fairy like thing, possibly, but it's not here anymore. It's like
It's from the Fae, and it was small.
yeah, it's like well, fey is the word for one of the types of fairies in the D&D 50. Fairies don't actually exist in D&D for some stupid reason, but it's that sort of pixie fairy like object. It was there the night before, definitely around here the night before.
Lads, I found the location in the tree, but there was something funny and magical, a Fae, about a point on this tree. Seems something might have slept here last night. Any of you guys know about fairies and the like? I don't deal with them. I live on boats.
You never heard of boat fairies?
Well, they're water nymphs, but these aren't boat fairies. The tree's alive, not dead and in planks.
True.
A few weeks ago, Gnome, I sent you some information on what you may or may not know about fairies, and if we can find that, that's the exact knowledge you have.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, I know, we talk a lot on Discord.
And if you can't find it,
Me.
I can come up with it really quickly, but I think there was more information.
Caller.
Just phoning in a friend. Can you confirm that there's someone there with you who's making sure you don't have an earpiece in?
Alright. Let's type in fairy.
Let's type in.
F-A.
But basically, fairies are not good, nor are they evil. They make judges of character, and on top of that, they can be tricksters, and sometimes can put people to sleep if they want to do that, and they use that sometimes to capture them and things like that. They're not good nor bad, and as long as you're on their good side, they don't really mind too much. It was the week you were sick. So what date was that roughly? That was February.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Could have been March, April. Yeah, so that's, yeah, I can't find it. It's not important. What I just said.
This is what you know. They're forest folk like you. They play tricks on people. They can send people running scared or force them to sleep.
Yeah, that's basically it. And they're not good nor are they evil. They kind of just, they are their own thing. They're
indifferent.
Yeah, some people believe they're evil because they've been forced to flee in fear or knocked out and stuff like that. And other people think they're good, but you just leave them to their space, sort of thing. And yeah, and the gnome has an indifferent relationship to them. He leaves them at their distance. He doesn't like to trifle with them, but he doesn't like to, if they ever came to him for help, he would help them, sort of thing. What we determined. So that is what the gnome knows, or not the gnome. Ooh, make sure I'm back in the thing. There you go. Do you chill out for the day? Do you set up perimeter? Do you do anything else?
Well, I mean, I'm all for pouring down honey into a hole with the pink gem and trying to see how much blood is needed.
How are you going to see how much blood is needed?
I don't know. Take it from the top and start with a drop.
How many pints do we have in each of us?
It depends. We're two small people and a bit taller one.
Yes, I gotta say,
then again, I'm fat and you're skinny. So
how much how much blood is in an average human? Then probably a little bit
blood
more.
Is in an average dwarf. We'll start there.
Is that more than the human though? It might be more than an elf. Probably not more than the human.
I got it in gallons. Why would I want it in gallons? I work in liters.
Things to Google during D&D. How much blood is in a dwarf?
I googled how much blood's in a human because I knew Google could tell me that.
8 pints, I think.
I work in liters.
Yes, guy.
It's about you have about 5
liters. I want
liters.
to say 8 or 11. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's 5 liters in a human, so about 3.5, 4 liters of blood on average between all of you, between 3.5.
And then again, are we sure it's only blood? Or, does blood of sacrifice mean some kind of a finger or hand too? Who knows?
No, you were told basically it's just
we were told basically a lot, but it just means nothing if it's not specific enough.
Well, it's like, you cut yourself and you drop some blood on it. That's what you were told.
So it's not really a sacrifice then.
But it's blood of sacrifice is what you were told.
Kind of a blood offering.
Just saying.
That does make me feel a lot better. I wasn't intending to die for this gem.
Just get resurrected,
No, what if you just have to die for each gem and then the game ends? That'd be hilarious.
I was so prepared to just drag Karen out in the woods, slit her throat, and just let her die there, just for the blood of sacrifice.
And then
it had to be all of 3 of us.
While you're cutting her throat, you're like, I hope you're a virgin, otherwise this won't work. And as you bring up the blade, sorry, it's like, of course you were, because you're a nasty little bitch. You can go find Karen if you want.
Nope.
Maybe later.
Nope.
Maybe ruin her
Nope.
festival. Like
Nope.
Yeah,
at
so
the
like
party.
as you were coming into forest, you did see some like little like stakes and some ropes and stuff like that. Some of them were like not built. Some of them were just like tied off. Some of them were little sections. There was one or two people working in the forest, but like no one was really paying attention to anyone in the forest. They were just getting their jobs done. Some people were setting up like campfires and stuff, but like
What's the rarity of these steaks?
medium well.
they're like no, they're more of the gritty kind. So like so they're aged is the right they're aged with some sort of marinade or varnish on them. Wooden stakes to pin things in.
Do we have any shovels?
You got the back end of a sword or a dagger or an
Hang
axe.
on a minute. What does my navigator's kit contain?
Probably rope and a sextant.
Your what kit?
He has a navigator's
I've
kit
got a
because
navigator's
he's a
kit because I come from a boat and I'm wondering what it contains. Let me just look it up in my book.
navigator's kit D&D 5e.
The set of instruments is used for navigating at sea. Proficiency with navigator's tools. Set your chart as ship's course and follow navigation charge.
Yeah, so you've
There's
got like
nothing
a
really
sextant
in it,
and a
it's just a
compass
tool.
and a map, and you can read maps.
Yeah.
And a tool to navigate. Actually, I have a military compass somewhere.
Doesn't describe them.
No, it doesn't. But basically, it's like it'd be a sextant. You can write these down because if I ever fuck up, you can go. I said this before. You've got a sextant, binocular, like the one in all the movies.
Telescope.
Yeah, but like the singular one, isn't it?
That's what a telescope is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So a telescope because I'm amazing.
No binoculars.
I did say binoculars first. Binoculars.
Sextant, telescope. Okay.
Sextant, telescope.
Swear I've
A
got
compass
rope in it.
and a compass. No, you'd have. One of you should have rope. One of you should have rope. If you don't have rope, tough shit.
I do have rope.
Yeah, if you have an adventurer's kit, you'd have rope. What you could do is you could go find a Karen and then like tie her up and then like get her to touch the gems so she's part of this whole thing and then like just start stabbing her. See if that works. You know,
But
do
how?
whatever you like now.
But how would we
That's the
think
backup
that
plan.
would make her a part of the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like
It'd make you
wouldn't
happy
it
though.
True. Bloody true.
Sky in chat just said it's also called a spyglass, but you know
It's a binocular.
it's binocular, yeah. Because bi is two, but
Um,
it's only really one, so it's a uniocular. Anyway, go on.
I presumably just used my hands to start digging a hole near X marks the spot.
Like,
How deep do I
you all
think
did
it
really
needs
good
to be?
natures, yeah. So you've the dwarf would have the least knowledge, but the half elf and the gnome, they've grown plants before. You generally only need to go, even for the most robust.
Are you telling me stones don't grow?
I'm not gonna. If this was in person, I'd pat you on the head and go, "It's okay." Like a few inches at most. So you're talking about like 3 inches would be the furthest you'd need to go. You just need to like basically cover it over, plus like a few like a centimeter or two. I know I've used two systems there. Like half an inch of dirt above whatever the gem is to go in. So the gem distance plus half an inch would be the normal amount you would ever put something in.
How
what the gnome would
deep
know.
was a gem again?
The gem is pretty fucking big. It's like cup size. It's pretty, and it's also quite heavy. So it's kind of funny that you've been carrying it around for ages.
Yeah, we'll make it 5 feet. That's fine.
If the other two don't stop you, you can dig for 5 feet. It'll take you about an hour.
I mean, at some point we might bury Karen, you know. So having done the work,
I have a belaying pin, which is a club, 50 feet of silk rope, a lucky charm, a set of common clothes, and 10 gold.
I like how you're looking through all this and you're just like, I'm digging a 5-foot hole. It's bigger than me. I don't know how I'm getting out, but I'm going to dig a 5-foot fucking hole. I've got silk rope.
well, now I can't get up.
Yeah, exactly. Gnome.
No, I dig a reasonable sized like little cupped hole kind of thing.
Yeah. That's all
An
you
upside
normally-
down, not an upside down valley, but just a valley.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And
And use the
then I
the
place
back
the
end.
gem
of
in
your
there.
Yep, cool. And you just leave it in there, or you cover it over slightly for now, or you just gonna leave it, or
No, I look towards the gnome. Did you have the honey, or the honeycomb rather? Funky.
Yeah.
Did you have the honeycomb?
Yeah, I've got honeycomb. Sorry, I was muted. I was
yeah.
on the phone.
Sure.
And I was talking away. And
Of course.
but yes, I've got the
Typical.
honeycomb.
Sweet. I point towards the hole. Would you be so kind?
We're just going to pour the whole jar in, the first jar.
Well, I guess. I mean, it said the just nectar of honey, so I presume.
Should we just pour that? I'm just going to slowly tip the jar in.
it like you turn it upside down, and it like you start shaking it a little bit, and it takes a while, but it eventually starts dripping really slowly out of the jar. And like a minute or two passes, but like half the jar goes, and then there's like a plop of honeycomb comes out, and then it's like just some honey, and then it's like dripping down. Takes about 5 minutes, but the jar empties out. And there's a little bit of remnants left in the cup if anyone wants to taste it.
Mr. Nuts can eat it.
Okay.
I then
I'll hold the jar to
draw
Mr.
my
Nuts.
hand axe, just to slightly poke my finger.
To taste it?
No,
No, he
I
wants to
draw
draw
my
blood.
hand axe to draw blood.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't have any other weapon, so it's either that or like my nails.
Yeah, Mr. Nuts, is he
Oh,
in or
is he
out of your
above it
pocket
too?
when he drinks this? Just really quickly before you do that.
Right, he's just sat on my shoulder. I've just held up the jar to him.
Oh, okay. He falls off your shoulder, and when you look into his eyes, they're like completely glazed over. And then you check for a pulse. He's clearly alive, but he is tripping balls.
I'm heading back to town with
Should
Mr.
we
Nuts.
should we draw blood from Mr. Nuts too, since he technically also got teleported?
No.
Well, but you know, and
No.
wouldn't that have made it the fourth jump?
No.
No. Okay.
Before you head back to town with Mr. Nuts, and just you draw a little bit of blood, like a few drops, presumably.
Yeah,
You just
presumably
go,
onto
get the axe,
gem
just
and
go,
honey.
squeeze your hand, a few drops come out, you wrap it up, boom. Ibris, or not Ibris, Adran, you do the same? Vulcan?
You said Ibris. What do you do? Not me.
No, it's
Yeah,
Adran.
he changed it to Adrian afterwards.
Yeah,
but...
I fixed myself. Adran, yeah. Yeah, see, I did correct
I
myself.
tried.
I didn't hear you say that, actually.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Well, he's
Draw
just
blood.
I'm just
dropping.
watching them pour honey into a hole.
Yeah, that took a while.
And then you saw like me slitting up my hand or the finger, whatever, to like
Plop the
pour
gem
blood into
in.
it.
He did.
It is there.
The gem's there, the honey's in the
Is
hole.
it the evening?
No, it's really early
No.
still.
We need to set up a police cordon around the place that says, you
Do
know,
we?
do not come closer.
Well, I mean, we were technically meant to do this at sunset.
Is it sunset?
No!
No, we have to do it before. So
Why are we doing it now then? If we're supposed to do it at sunset?
well, we're supposed to do it before. So better be safe than like.
Yeah, but like, all right, fine. But if like the bees and ants and stuff come down and start like trying to eat the honey, not going to be happy here.
Well,
just
we have two
attract
extra
what?
jars then.
The bottom of the tree.
Hmm?
We'll just attract wasps to the bottom of the tree.
Is that so bad?
Yeah.
Why?
Will sting us if we try and get the gem out. It doesn't work.
If it doesn't work, we don't need the gem anyway.
All right, fine. Whatever. Do it. Do it.
You just stick your arm out and he stabs you? Or.
No, not me. I don't need more trousers. I've got one already.
We've all got to put blood on it, I think, is what he's implying.
Mm.
Why all of us? Why not one?
Well, I've already done it, but I'm
That's
pretty
fine.
sure
that-
Leave it at that. If it
Well, I've
doesn't
already
work,
done it as
later, we'll
well.
put some more on.
Who are you
But-
calling
but-
a moron?
Now you're the only one who hasn't done it.
Well, has Funky done it as well?
No, he never said shit. He saw that Mr. Nuts passed out and
He
tripping
might have
balls, that
said
he
it
started
while
going
was
towards
muted.
town.
You just told me before I go to town I stabbed myself in the finger and put blood on it.
Oh, do you? Oh, I asked you, did you?
No,
Okay,
you
sorry.
told me.
Oh, okay. Well,
Do you want to?
do you want to?
Well, I didn't think I had a choice. Why not? Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize I said that, but okay, I'll believe
Well, I'd
it. I'll
rather
believe I
keep
said
the
that.
blood inside me.
I'm all I'm cared about is Mr. Nuts at the moment.
But okay, it can have a little bit. But
But
if it
only a
asks for
drop.
any more, we're gonna have to have words with the ritual, okay?
Sure.
After Adran drops the blood, we will come back to you, Gnome, when you go into town. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break because I need to pee really badly, and I'll meet you all. And we will continue with what happens when Mr. Nuts trips balls.